What we do know is the British people are angry. What's ignited this anger? What is going on?
We want Toby out! We want Toby out!
For justice for Peter Lynch.
We love you, Peter Lynch!
The access to this rally was highly restricted by the civil authorities.
I'm here today because I love Tommy Robinson. He's doing the best he can for this country, and I think more people should be aware of what he's doing.
Yeah, he's patriotic, he's angry at times, he's passionate, but what he is consistent, is what he's against, and that is the extreme ideology that we all dislike.
Hi, For justice for Peter Lynch. I lost my husband and just lost my son, who was only 35. And because of the government, the way the government are treating the people.
The media is trying to tell that it's only Nazis and fascists here, is it right? I'm a mother, a grandmother from a small seaside town. I'm not far right, I'm not racist. I approve of every nation, religion. I'm just worried about our borders and our people. That's it. That's all it is. But, you know, our women and our girls are going out there and they are getting attacked. That's it. I'm worried for my grandchildren.
I'm here today because I love Tommy Robinson. He's doing the best he can for this country, and I think more people should be aware of what he's doing. And I'm hoping that the rest of the world are watching this and see how corrupt our government are. That's what it's all about.
The media is trying to tell it's only Nazis and fascists.
Do you know what? If you actually go and watch any of Tommy Robinson's videos throughout the years, he is consistent. He is not racist. He is against ideology. That is it. If people who think he's racist believe he's racist, I challenge you to go and watch all his videos. There is nothing that you can find, not one little thing. He's patriotic, he's angry at times, he's passionate, but what he is consistent, is what he's against, and that is the extreme ideology that we all dislike.
Immigration, as long as they integrate.
All of it.
Integrate. If got so many different nationalities living in the UK, we have no problem with that. But when they want to try and change our country into something that we don't agree with, so that's really what I believe. I'm passionate about that.
Thank you. Thank you.
Where are you?
I've been to Norway, by the way.
From Norway.
I've been to Norway.
Oh.
Thanks, is it? Thanks.
On the way to Downing Street, we are alternative media from Norway, and everything looks peaceful. I haven't seen any Nazis yet here. Only positive attitude there, a very positive atmosphere. Everyone is happy.
So why are you here today?
Because I want to stop the illegal immigrants and I want England back for England. I don't mind people coming over legally. We're happy for anyone. Even you Norwegians can come. I just want everyone to be happy, but this is not right. This is not right what's happening. And also, free Tommy Robinson. He shouldn't be in prison, that's so wrong. You know, he's a brave man, I think.
So the media, the mainstream media, is trying to tell it's only Nazis and fascists.
We're not. No, I'm definitely not far right, I can assure you. I'm a 70-year-old grandmother, and no, I'm not far right at all. I've got no violence in me at all. I don't want anything violent. Stop them boats. If they really need to come over here, they should come over illegally, legally, and we will, of course, accommodate anybody. No, it's wrong. It's wrong. My sister married a Canadian. She's a Canadian now, but she did it legally. That's what everybody should do. You know, you can't just let people in, can you? Just willy-nilly. We don't even know if they... A lot of them have got criminal records. They're raping people. It's wrong.
So how is the situation in Britain?
How is the situation in Britain? Well, there's not very many people that you can go anywhere in Britain where people aren't angry about this. And Keir Starmer is outrageously bad. We want him out now. He should not be in power because he's not listening to the people. This is the people. This is the people.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Norway.
You're like with her, she's proper far right, look at her.
I'm not at all. Don't let him say that. I'm not.
I believe you.
I've never protested in my life before.
Yeah.
The first time.
It's time now.
First time in my life, yes.
The paperclip is a sign of opposing international oppression.
Excuse me.
I'm proud to wear it for you and for the Norwegians. We know that Tommy's not a terrorist, and we know that Peter was never a rioter. They can take 1,000 of us, and 10,000 will stand up to take their place. When I stop talking, I want this entire crowd to go silent for the hero of our age, Peter Lynch. We love you, Peter Lynch! What we do know is the British people are angry. What's ignited this anger? What is going on?
No surrender! No surrender! No surrender! Norwegian. I could go viral.
So ladies, why are you here today?
Because this government stinks. This government has to be shaped up. That's why we're here. There's too many boats coming in. Our children, our women, the females are scared in this country, and it's not on. We have to stand up and do something now. Since July, we've had more immigrants in than we've ever had in the whole year. At this moment in time, there's more immigrants in now than there was in the whole of last year. So that's why we're here.
We voted for Brexit so that our health service, because it was under pressure, we voted for Brexit and it's worse than it ever was, and we are wanting change, and the only way to get change is stand here today with Tommy Robinson. So that's how we feel. Yeah, so enough's enough.
We flew from Belfast this morning because we feel that strongly. So we flew from Belfast this morning and we're flying back tonight. So we've had a long day, but we felt we needed to be here. We're disgusted with this government. Totally disgusted with the government.
Norwegian media.
Where are you from?
Norway.
Norway. Well,
Yeah, we can ask you a question while we are here.
I'm a Christian minister. How about that?
Okay.
And I believe in my country. And I believe this country was founded on this parliament, was founded on Christianity and this flag. And we're about to lose it.
Yes. It's the same thing in Norway. So we are here to see how the media are lying here. Also in Norway, the media is telling us that it's far-right Nazis and everything.
Not far-right. I'm a businessman. I'm a pastor. I run house churches because I don't believe in the establishment anymore. So if I'm far-right, they would call me a Nazi. Well, hang on. My father, my uncles, and my uncles all fought, and they were on the beaches at Normandy. So how can I be a Nazi? You know, why my dad, please excuse me, my dad fought in Korea against communism. So this is what they need to understand around the world. We're just ordinary people who want to save our country.
Yeah, and it's the same all over the all the Western countries.
Yeah.
Have you any ideas why every Western country are experiencing exactly the same thing?
We all know what you know, sir, what the answer is. One organisation, the World Economic Forum. Klaus Schwab has already told us we will own nothing, and we'll be happy.
Yes, you will.
We've got a budget coming up soon, and that Parliament are about to take away the money from the hard-working people of this country and give it to scroungers. Give it to people that have no right to be in this country. My wife, I can't say where she comes from because she comes from a country which is controlled, but she comes from Southeast Asia, place near Thailand, and she has no rights. If I am known to be speaking out about her country, they would come this afternoon and arrest her. So you can understand I'm being very candid. You don't need to be too hard to work out the country near Thailand. And it was a very bad country many years ago.
How will this end with all the boats coming over the channel and everything? Is this will it just continue and continue and continue?
Well, look, we know the cat is out the bag. Mr. Keir Starmer's, Rishi Sunak, Ed Davey and the rest of them, they all want mass immigration. They want to change the demographic of our country and make us a minority.
Why do they want to do that?
Because they can control the minority, but they can't control us.
Yeah, that's a good answer. That's a good answer. What do you think about that? Tommy Robinson is not here today. He was arrested yesterday.
He is. Oh, Tommy. He's here in every heart, in every person who's made our way to London today. The government can lock him up as a political prisoner, but he is in our hearts. I'll come and see you.
You're welcome, most
welcome. Thank you for coming to England.
Of course.
And we're not far right either. We're very right.
We are very right. Men I motsetning til det norske politiet, så holder det engelske politiet, det britiske politiet, motdemonstrasjoner flere kilometer unna. De er ikke i nærheten, vi hører dem ikke, vi ser dem ikke, vi er ikke i kontakt med hverandre. Så det er ingen sabotører som er godtatt her i Storbritannia, i motsetning til Norge, der regimet samarbeider med venstreekstreme og muslimske sabotører. Og de får tur på akkurat som de vil, og ikke sånn som i Norge, der de ønsker vold for å derfor undertrykke høyresiden i politikken. Så langt jeg kan se nå, så i dag så har det britiske politiet gjort en veldig bra jobb. Yes, you are.
Would you mind if I made a comment?
Yes, you can.
Access to this rally was highly restrictive.
Hold the mic and you can talk to her.
The access to this rally was highly restricted by the civil authorities. The other rallies, one in Trafalgar Square, there was no restrictions whatsoever. But here there is. And you were sent around for several miles because each time you tried to get to the rally, you were obstructed by the authorities. Even now, when we want to go home, we want to leave, we are obstructed, the bridge is obstructed and the Victoria Station is closed down.
And why is that?
You have to ask them. We don't know. We are just telling you what we've been told. We're just following orders. That's what the police have just told me.
Two-tier policing.
It is very much. This is no longer a democracy in this country. These insidious individuals who have been placed in trust to look after us have not done so. They're not doing so. They are in fact our enemy. They are encouraging hundreds of thousands of unfiltered illegal immigrants and placing them in hotels at enormous expense to ourselves, and then telling the indigenous people we have to cut back on your payments. This is, we have an army, a foreign army coming into our country encouraged by the establishment. This follows the same thing happening in America and Canada and elsewhere. So that's why the Labour Party is very supportive of the Harris-Biden-Obama administration, because they're of the same hue. If Trump gets in, he's not going to put up with this. He's not going to put up with it. And we shouldn't either. We have been invaded with the encouragement of our own establishment, in my opinion. Decent MPs, Dennis Skinner being one of them, he stood up with principles and morals. They didn't want him to stand. They refused to allow him to stand. And there are others, Conservative MPs amongst others. Some of them, one of them is, because he objected to the way they were carrying on, they took the whip away from him, and he is now a Reform MP. The establishment is working, in my opinion, as puppets of the World Economic Forum. They are working for unelected and unelectable organisations like the World Health Organisation and various other three-lettered organisations, totally unelected, and they're suppressing and manipulating various of their puppets in various governments, Trudeau, Macron, and interestingly enough, Keir Starmer is said to be in a relationship with Lord Ali. Trudeau is married to a man. Macron is said to be married to a man. Obama is married to a man. He's not even American, he was Kenyan, born in Kenya. So all of these insidious people, all of these devious individuals, Tony Blair, a cross-dressing deviant, it's just all the immoral individuals are put in places of authority, and the country is becoming immoral by television, by the main media, and they don't report what's actually happening. They're even telling us Ukraine is winning the war. Really? All the atrocities that Ukraine has committed, they're blaming the Russians for. MI5 chief says the Russians are here to cause trouble on our streets. So it's not the fact that you've denied old age pensioners their money and are making them go hungry or eat. Nothing to do with the way you've treated veterans. Nothing to do with the way you've done the NHS, the collapse of it all, or the collapse of the education system. That's got nothing to do with it. It's the Russians. This is as though we have a psychopathic narcissist group of people who are gaslighting the whole of Western Europe. And it's just so astonishing. That can't be true. All this stuff, they're barium and aluminium, they're pouring into the sky, altering the weather so that farmers this year couldn't plant their seeds, it was too wet. So next year there'll be a shortage, and they'll have crickets and other insects and genetically modified food. You'll be forced to eat it because there's nothing else, because the fresh food is being diminished. We're being denied decent food. In France, they won't allow the food that we get here. They will not allow it. So it says that we are being targeted by the people we entrusted to look after us.
Very interesting comments, yes.
And that's my opinion of what's going on.
Yeah.
And I would like to see an independent, sovereign Cymru who are not answerable to Westminster, They according to the Office of National Statistics, we show a 3 billion surplus. In order to restrict their interest in being a democratic sovereign nation, they removed the steel industry. They're trying to collapse Wales so it can't be independent. They've collapsed our forces, armed forces. Blair oversaw that in order that we can't defend ourselves. We're too poor, we're too weak, so we have to be part of the global European Union.
Det intressanta är att engelsmännen har mycket mer koll på World Economic Forum och vem som egentligen styr världen. Det tycker jag är väldigt intressant att lägga märke till. Jag träffar fortfarande väldigt mycket människor i Norge och Sverige som inte ens vet vad World Economic Forum är. Jag tror vi måste flytta på oss för det där himla klockstaplet gör ju en döv.
Det er en som har satt på denne kirkeklokka på som sabotasje, tror jeg, for at klokka er ikke noe eksakt tidspunkt heller.
Den mannen vi pratade nyss med sa att det går rykten om att polisen inte släpper ut folk från det här området. The man that we talked to said that the police are not getting people out from this area.
Går imot dem, og så trenger ikke å filme rett på dem. Jeg bare går og snakker med dem litt som person først, mens du filmer litt andre. Så skal vi se hva som skjer. Bare film noe andre. Hey, I'm from media. Are you allowed to talk?
Sorry. No, sorry, we're not allowed to give,
De har ikke lov å prate, og det er jo sånn det er, og det er jo greit.
How graceful was that? How graceful was that?
Can you tell me about this?
Yeah, so on the 26th of the 1st, 2018, my son and his friends and loads of other children were on their way to a 16th birthday party in Hayes, in what used to be Middlesex, but it's now classed as Greater London, when a car mounted the pavement on a slope and aimed at 5 children who were walking along, murdered 3, 2 survived. The mainstream media said that all the boys were at a bus stop. They never were, they were walking. The people that were in the car stopped the car further up the road, got out and ran. The 2 boys that survived chased after them and grabbed one of them. Then after that, the police produced a witness that was never at the scene. The police asked witnesses that were at the scene to leave the scene without taking any details, which is not something you do. SO15 went to the scene, which was counter-terrorism. There's so much to it. I've got evidence here. The one that was caught, they put a fake charge on him, said it was just an accident, so he got a charge of death by dangerous driving and not 3 times murder and 2 attempted murders. So I've got letters here that was sent from my MP at the time, Nick Hurd, to the Attorney General, and the Attorney General's office is just over there. I've got the collision report as well that shows the car never lost control of the car, where the media and in court they said he lost control of the car because they wanted to continue with the narrative that it was just an accident.
But why would they want to cover over that?
Because it's not an isolated incident in this country, and they like to cover up many things. There's enough injustices and cover-ups and corruption in this country to blanket the whole of the UK. It's not the only injustice, so that's the reason why. I mean, one of them wasn't in this country until 2010. The police lied about that. They said that he was born here. I found out that he came into the country 2010, which shows then they don't background check the people that come here. And as I said, I've got evidence here. I've also got this as well, which was from the police logbook on the night. Concerns from 071 of a terrorist incident. Yeah. And the media said the car lost control of the car, mounted the pavement and killed the boys, when it clearly shows that it was precision driving and he never ever lost control at any point.
But what do you think the police will achieve with lying about this?
What will they achieve? For a start, they will make it look like the country is a lot safer than it is. For a start.
And they always cover up something like this if it have with the migrants to do, okay?
Absolutely, absolutely. One of them was a migrant. The other one, who did live here and was born here, I had to research them myself, and I found extremist views and nothing that aligned themselves to England or the English ways or embracing English culture or anything about England, yet they've lived here all their life. I printed off all that material. I took it to a CPS meeting, and the CPS lawyer said to me that he should be charged with murder, but they can only go with the evidence the police give to them.
Okay, that's terrible.
Yeah. So I've been fighting for 7 years to try and get into court to show what the police did. We have a documentary on my YouTube channel that we made ourselves.
What's the name of the channel?
Tracy, Daughter of Leonard, and you will find a video on there, the documentary. Now, on that road, on that actual road, is a fire station. Yeah, and the fire service work different to any other emergency services. If they're made aware of an incident, they can just go without waiting for a call. They was held off for over an hour. They was not allowed to attend, and the reason being is because the firemen can take witness statements. Paramedics can't, but firemen can take witness statements, and they didn't want any statements taken until they were there. So they held them off for over an hour.
Wow, that's amazing.
Let me spit a little thing. Oh, yo, listen to this one. Big up the Palestine. Big up everyone. Up in London, because it's a big thing. Don't want to talk about with me, because it's a big T. Don't want to fuck about with the TV. I'm a big C, MC with the bars and MD. Don't want to know with it.
Thank you.
Yeah. Big up the thing.
Jeg skjønte ingenting. Men det er kult da. At han er en helt som offrer absolutt alt. Det er det ingen tvil om. Ingen tvil om. Og det er ikke sikkert det er alt vi er enige med han i VLA. Men at det der er en ekstremt, skal vi kalle det, ikonisk person uten sidestykke. Altså det er 10 stykker som lever på planeten samtidig og sånne. Litt sånn, ja, i retning Jesus, vil jeg si. Når man er så, når han vet det, for han skal i helvete, han. Han skal i helvete i opp til 4 år, mellom 2 og 4 år. Likevel så står han på det, han kunne ha unngått det. Bare gi dem koden. Jeg føler meg 100 ganger så trygg her som jeg gjør i Oslo. Kan det være for at det er ingen som vet hvem vi er? Det kan være veldig sannsynlig. Hæ? Ja, vi har jo security her også, vet du. Så her, det er et fint bilde her, side om side. Det her, fra alle parter så var det fantastisk gjennomført. Og hver enkelt av de politifolkene her har jo ikke noe med... De har jo sine tanker, de også, vil jeg tro.
Jag har tyckt att det är otroligt bra ordning. Det är bättre ordning här än vad det är i Oslo när det gäller hur polisen sköter sig och demokrati och så vidare.
Så vi ser fram till flere den här typen sändningar, så då är det gjenstår det bara för Anneli att si.
Ha en riktigt god